Morning and welcome to Radio Unbreakable. I'm your host for the day, Diamond Dave. Today we're going to be changing up a little bit in the live stream. As you, all of you guys that watch, you know we usually play Pokemon. Today we're going to play a little bit of Blasphemous. I just started playing it last night, and I got to tell you, I am obsessed with it. I love this game. It's so much fun. I didn't even know that this was the kind of game that I was looking for, to be honest with you. It is a great, fun time. But anyways, later on in the show, we got a lot to talk about today. We got warheads. We're going to talk about warheads finally, the candy. We're going to talk about loblaws being not great, if you can believe it. And the Priest of Balloons in Brazil. This is actually an older story, but we'll go into it. We'll talk about it. Bit of a tragic end, but ultimately, we'll talk about it. How about that? We'll get into it a little bit later. Anyways, that's all we got for you today on Radio Unbreakable. We'll see you in about 15 here. First, let's bust up the timer, and then go from there. Okay, so I got to set up this because I don't like the way that it is sitting. We're going to do the overlay first. And we're going to flip it. We're going to transform it. We're going to flip it. Boink, like that. Good stuff. And then we're just going to take the camera. Nope. Camera. What is this one? I don't know what that is. So we're just gonna put that right there. We're gonna take this guy. We're gonna put him right here. Just like that. Because Blasphemous, all the stuff is right here instead of here where it is in Pokemon. So we don't wanna impede in any way for old Blasphemy. Timer. Ba-boom. Va-va-voom. Shoo-ba-da-doo-ba-ba-doo. Oh, what's this? Hey, sorry, I didn't even see your first text. What's up? I had a big ADHD moment about Pokemon. I forgot it completely till I read your text. Left my hands off. All good, brother. All good. All right. Da, 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 da. There we go. Put that where that belongs, right about there. Bam. Okie dokie. I think we're looking better. Might have to move the watermark. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. How about that? How about we do that? Huh? Sound good? Perfect. Okay. So let's turn this to quiet. And that. I kind of have to have this up in the background so that I can get some bits going here because I am unprepared for the day. Big surprise, right? Diamond Dave, unprepared. All right. Ooh, that's good news. Oh, okay. I can't find anything on it anymore. All right. Smoking rates are dropping. Anything else? Got any more juicy information for me? Yeah, I already talked about that yesterday. Meh. I can talk about that. Which number is that? 5. Number 5 on the dive. Looks like we got one viewer. How are you doing, sir or madam? Feel free to talk. I'll talk back. We always talk back here. Huh. Okie dokie. Pass the dutchie on the left-hand side. I said, pass the dutchie on the left-hand side. I said it, I really, really, really wonder. Oh, they really, really, really wonder. Ba 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 da 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 da. Bling. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Wow, 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 wow. Oh boy. It's a scary spooky. Ooh, that's kind of big. All right, we got a good start here. I think we can roll with this for a minute. As it were, let's start our pilgrimage. We'll start from the top. For those of you who have never seen Blasphemous, it is not the sun rising, but our sins. Anonymous. Ooh, scary spooky.
Because it is my guilt, I claim you, grievous miracle. Make my chest hurt with regret. Forge your punishment and nail it deep. Shape my guilt once again.
Oh my Lanta. Oh, I probably should have mentioned this is going to be pretty gruesome. Sorry. I forgot to mention there's a bit of blood. If that's not your jam, trigger warning. Sorry. I forgot.
And thus, guilt, repentance, mourning, and every pain of the soul of all kind were visibly and tangibly manifested everywhere and in all of us.
Oh boy.
Sometimes in the form of blessing and grace, sometime in the form of punishment and corruption. That divine will, equally pious and cruel, which we could not and will never be able to unravel, was
All right.
called the miracle.
Yeah, pretty gruesome imagery. Caring about it. This might not have been a good idea. I'm not sure now. Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow. Whoop whoop. Strong. I hate that they put that there. It's such a little thing. Like, can I even get to that? I don't know. All right, beautiful. Get to the first save. And we'll just hang out here, right? Yeah. Yeah, because that's a fight right there. That's a fight on sight, brother. So I don't want to jump into a fight right now when I got to do a break. So we're going to do a break first. Sucker. We're going to do a break first. My sucker. We're going to do a break first. And listen up. We're gonna go crazy, get a little bit lazy. We're gonna go crazy. Welcome to Radio Unbreakable. I'm your host, Diamond Dave. I teased you yesterday with talking about a candy that can relieve anxiety. And I told you what that candy was this morning, if you were listening. It's warheads. Warheads have been proven to stop panic attacks, or rather combat them. So there's a doctor, and actually, do I have his name? You know what? I will link the... I'm so sorry. My computer just scared me. I'll link the TikTok ad. Excuse me, sorry. Bit of coffee indigestion. Anyways, I will link the TikTok... I will link the TikTok ad, or not ad, post in my bio, as well as I'll just stitch it in Radio Unbreakable's TikTok, as well as put it up on the Instagram. But basically what he said was warheads will either combat or stop an anxiety attack or anxiety of any kind. So if you're getting that real gnawing, if anybody who has anxiety or has ever unfortunately experienced an anxiety attack, you'll know what I'm talking about. When you just get like that feeling in your guts, like you're just like inside of you is filled with fire, and you're just like you can't, like your body is just. This is actually kind of triggering, so maybe I won't go into it too much. But basically, how it works is the warhead. When you put it in your mouth, if any of you have ever had a warhead, you know, you put it in your mouth and your entire face tries to make a run for the center of your mouth. So you just... And it creates a lot of tension, a huge amount of tension, which distracts you from the anxiety. Like your brain just can't think about anything but, oh my God, why is our tongue this black hole right now that's sucking in the rest of our face? And then once all that sourness is gone from the warhead, it's sweet and like delicious. Well, it's delicious the whole time, but it's super sweet. So it's a huge amount of tension, followed by instant relief, followed by sweetness. And it's the sweetness that's the key, because the tension distracts you, and then the relief from the tension starts the process of relaxation, and then the sweetness releases dopamine. So it's like a whole thing that combined makes for the anti-anxiety situation. So basically what I gathered from this is I need to buy my ex-wife a bunch of warheads, as well as me and everybody else I know. So if you suffer from anxiety and you're looking for a quick fix, a little, a cheeky little thing, maybe just keep a pocket of warheads, like one or two or three. Plus, it's an awesome candy. It's super sweet. Plus, you can give them to babies and watch their faces explode. It's hilarious. Not explode, but you know what I mean. We actually recently gave my son lemon juice because we didn't just give it to him. He asked for it, and we told him, buddy, this is super sour. And he went, it's all right. I love juice, so I'm going to love this. And we're like, not all juice is the same, pal. And he went, you just shut up and give me the juice. So first it was lime juice. I told you, man. And then I told my wife about it, and she was like, I wish I'd seen that. That's so funny. I was like, well, unfortunately, I think you only get one of those. Sure enough, a week later, he's like, I want that lemon juice now. And we're like, but dude, it's the same as the lime juice. It's going to be really sour. And he's like, I want it. And I was like, all right. Before I could even get to it, my wife's like, no, you get out of here. I've been waiting a week for this. She puts not a hefty amount, but a little bit of lemon juice in a little tiny, like, shot glass kind of whatever. Gives it to him. Sure enough. And we're like, we told you, man. Why are you acting surprised? So, anyways, basically all this to say, give a warhead to a baby. It'll make your entire day. All right. And now we fight. Cue Alexis on fire. Get fighted. That actually would go super well with this, I think. So make sure you love like you've never been hurt. And when you dance, dance like there's no one watching you. Gotcha. This is okay, so this is going to get real gruesome, all right? I just want you guys to know. I played this before. Like, I played up to this point. This is a weird cutscene. Fill up the helmet. Put it on. No idea what that means. I was hoping one of you guys could tell me. I mean, the game's called Blasphemy, so, or Blasphemous, so, you're gonna see some stuff. It's gonna be not cool. It's gonna be not cash money. The Holy Line.
Regretful be the heart, penitent one. The anguish of the eldest brother has now come to an end. I am Deo Gracias, witness to and narrator of the acts of the grievous miracle. Such is my penance, as yours is silence.
I don't want to be quiet.
The cradle of affliction is what you seek. This can be found in the mother of mothers of the churches. It is a remote place separated from the rest of these lands by a great sacred and forbidden door. Even a wise penitent like me knows nothing of what lies beyond those high walls. However, what I do know is that, according to the rule, one must carry out the 3 humiliations to gain access to what they guard.
Oh, they're gonna make me get naked, aren't they?
One of them must be performed in the high mountains.
Naked and cold?
Thick blankets of snow and ice. Another in the depths of a dark, entombed church where the sleeper lies.
That doesn't sound promising. A humiliation in the dark depths of an entombed church? That sounds
The
not
last
great.
one, at the end of the trail, carved by moans that claw their way out of an iron spiral, in the bowels of the bell named Hondo that grows into the earth.
I gotta tell you, none of that sounds
Take
promising.
this thorn and place it on the handle of your sword.
But with the handle? No, that sounds ouchy.
If, when the time comes, as you grip your weapon firmly, you notice that it wounds you and makes you bleed, having grown, with more thorns sprouting from it, writhing over the figure of the father carved into the knob, that will mean that you are at the mercy of the grievous miracle, whether
Okay.
for its punishment or its forgiveness.
Okay. Does that mean I can do that, like, super powerful attack now? Where you, like, lose some life, but you do crazy damage? Cool. Thorn. Yep. Okay. That's good to know. Wait. Heck yeah. Let's go. We strong. Look out, he's got a knife. Oh yeah, parrying. Dang. Missed the parry on that one. Dang it. Get out of here. Stop. He's just walking straight with a knife. I hate that it worked. These guys, I hate these guys. And for some reason I can't reach that one. Oh shoot. Parry. Oh! Maybe I could have done something. I don't know. I got too excited. Because I'm a Midra. Dang it. I'm not great with the parrying. I saved a baby. Thanks. Dang it. Oh, I gotta learn how to parry better. Oh, I guess I could have done that too. I could have dodged it. Oh well. We live and we learn, right? Dang. Dang it. I should wait for the wind up. I'm reacting too quickly. I gotta slow my roll. Huh. Okay, it's just a cutscene. Brutal. Get out of here. And I'm off. I also gotta remember that I have those heals too. I keep forgetting.
There is no answer to our plea. The miracle has forsaken us, and my ornate throne turns its back on those who await here.
Heavy. Albero. Oh, okay. Dove skull. Making me, whoops. Making me strong.
Sorrowful be the heart, penitent one. Welcome to Albero, sanctuary to this humble brotherhood of the Kissers of Wounds.
The kisses of wounds.
Few remain here who can still employ it. But Tirso is my name.
What's up, Tirso?
There are few of us who still care for the sick and ailing.
Oh, that guy's green.
With devout kisses, we bless the wounds of those who seek our protection. Thus both we and they remain at the mercy of the miracle. Outside, these walls pass by strangely.
Sure does.
In sundowns, we need not contemplate. But if your penance happens to carry you under set skies, be so kind as to bring us some ingredients for our ointments. The will in the miracle shall show you which ones they are.
Yeah, and I imagine that's gonna be a thing. Anybody else got anything to say? No, I'm just gonna kiss sick people, being all creepy and stuff. Little baby covered in green stuff. Weird. Don't like that. Maya Copa. I wear gloves so I protect my hands. They're pretty good, except for that huge scar in the middle there. But that's a different story. That doesn't even... I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Increase the power of your sword. All right. Maya culpa. Do I want to do a powerful swing? Plunge. Thrust Maya culpa at the enemy's farthest away. Is Maya culpa the name of my sword? That's crazy. That's pretty cool. Oh, I can't even get that anyways. Put it in one. Oh, I can't get that one either. So it's either fall or I'll do the power up attack. Oops. What is going on here? I certainly have enough to do it. What? How do I do that again? I can't remember. I want that. Give it to me. Why aren't you doing stuff? Oh. You have to be at the altar. I'm so silly. I'm so silly. Priest of Balloons. Whoops. You're listening to Radio Unbreakable. I'm your host, Diamond Dave, and we're going to talk about the Brazilian priest that floated away 15 years ago. So there's no reason to bring this up. Literally the only reason I heard about it is because my wife was sitting with me while I was playing Pokemon. And if any of you guys are familiar with Pokemon, you know about terrestrializing. It's this new function in the new Pokemon games where you activate a crystal and it like changes the type of your Pokemon. And to symbolize that, they just have like a weird hat thing that every Pokemon wears to symbolize the type. So like if it's a dark type, they have like a band that I can't remember what the band is. Okay, so let's go with Ghost. If it's a Ghost type, they have a band that goes around there like a crown made out of like tombstones with a little purple crystal in the center. And then on top of it, the hat part is like a ghost, but it's like crystal. And then like so on and so forth. The fighting one is a fist, and the crown looks like a wrestler's belt, like you know the ones that they fight for. Yada yada yada. Doesn't matter. That's just to give you an idea. Well, the air one is a bunch of balloons on the top of its head, and I think it's like a cloud crown or something. That doesn't matter. But the point is, it's a bunch of balloons on the head. And I was playing a game, and that image just so happened to pop up in the game, and my wife was sitting next to me, and she just starts laughing hysterically. And I'm like, what is so funny? And she's like, okay, so a Brazilian priest tied a bunch of balloons to himself, flew off, and then nobody ever found him again. And I was like, that's crazy. And so we were talking about it again last night, and I was like, I can't believe, like, every time I see that in Pokemon, I think of that. That's so funny. I can't believe that happened. Because when there's no consequences, it's super funny, right? Like, it's just like, he just flew off? But then we looked into it, and it's actually a kind of terrifying and horrible story. So this priest, his name is, I have it right here, sorry, is Adele Antonio G. Carli. He was a priest. He was from Paranagua, Brazil. On the Sunday that this happened about 16 years ago, he buoyed 1,000 helium-filled balloons to a little chair, hopped on it, and then flew away. So the reason he did it was because he was trying to raise money for his church. And he had a very, like, working class, like, basically the only people that came to his church were, like, truckers and, like, you know, just the real roughneck blue-collar crowd type, right? And it's a small area, so they don't have a lot of flow of income and stuff like that to support the church. So he wanted to make some money for his church. Honorable. He also had a passion for aeronautics. He loved flying. He loved doing that stuff. He'd actually done a stunt before where he did 600 balloons, flew for 4 hours, and ended up flying into Argentina. So he crossed a border by accident, and they just were like, all right, whatever. So from the first stunt, they're like, buddy, you gotta do something because you can't be flying into other countries on these balloons. And so for this stunt, he's like, you know what? There's some American guys that broke a record. They got 19 hours in the air. I'm going for 20. So he got 1,000 balloons, put it on his little chair, and he went up. And he went up, and he went up, and then he was gone. And they lost him. And it took I think a week or so, and then they finally found his remains in the ocean. But like, buddy, how do you not have some kind of safety in place for this, right? Like what? Like, you flew into Argentina. Tie your chair to something. Use some fishing line or something. Just tether yourself so you don't fly out into the ocean. And I don't know, like a parachute maybe or something. Like, you got to have some kind of safety if you're doing aeronautics. I get that you have to, like, keep weight down. Like, he's wearing like a paper onesie. That's how light he had to be or wanted to be or whatever. And so a tragic story that all came back to light of day from Pokemon. So, you know, shout out to his family. Very sad story, but I don't know. I find a little bit of humor in it. It was 15 years ago. I think we can laugh about it now, but it's just like it's unfortunate that he died, obviously, but like, I don't know. It's kind of funny that Pokemon made my wife go, "Oh yeah," like that priest that flew away. What? And that's how she presented it to me, by the way. Yeah, he flew away. Nobody knows what happened to him. What do you mean? How does that happen? Anyways, so just a cheeky little blast from the past from about 15 years ago. 15 years ago, that would have been, what, like 2009? What were we doing in 2009? I don't even think I had a cell phone in 2009. Jeez. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. You're listening to Radio Unbreakable. We're going to go back to playing some Blasphemous, and you go back to listening to your own music if that's what you want to do. All right.
Thou hast called upon the winch of the Order of the True Shrine.
Yeah.
In this place, we gather the remains of those who were separated and forgotten, so we can grant them holy burial as our charitable rule prescribeth.
Okay.
Help us, these poor souls, O penitent one in silence. The Order blesses you.
What do you want me to do? Whoops. How do I get up there? Whoops. I can't reach him. Oh. I don't think I noticed this before. Oh. It's all coming together. Dang it. Let's do a prayer slam. Whoops. Give me back my baby. I'm gonna save that baby. I'm gonna save that baby. Hadouken. Come at me, brother. That didn't work. Alright, so what do I do? Whoops. There's got to be something to that, right? Like, why give it to me? I think I have to time it perfectly. Yeah. So he comes around. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to sit here all day and do it, though. A doggy. Aww. Give the doggy some scritches. The phalanx. The phalanx of Brandon. Is that what I think it is? Brandon Joshua Mulligans dug the graves of hundreds throughout his life, whether friends, family, or foe. But when the chaos arose... Whoops. But when the chaos arose, there was no one left to return the favor. I don't... What's a phalanx? Oh, it's the bone of a finger or a toe. Okay. Woo! I was like, what is going on here? I missed the parry. Get out of here. supposed to do that or not. Again, I have no idea if I'm supposed to do that. I'm just doing it. Oh. As you all know, I'm terrible at parrying, and that's all those guys do. Ah! Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. What's in here? Crunch. Take that, sucker. Rose just hit me with a frickin'... Uvula of Proclamation. What does this do? Uvula of... When the uvula is equipped, you have the chance of earning Tears of Atonement when destroying an object. Oh! Okay. Ups the penitent one's defense. Cool. Alright. So is that what these are? Objects? Kind of sad to think, but... This is a harsh game. Blasphemy! How do I get in there? Is there a map? There's a map. Gotta go through here, I suppose. Come at me, bro. Freaking Zorro in this sucker. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh. Parry. Counter! Parry. Counter! What do we got? Capitate. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a collectible. It's not a... Yeah. Capitate of Barak, the Herald. Whether executions or lashings, Barak was always there to proclaim them loudly. His voice broke down gradually, as day by day he had to announce the sentences of his entire family. Jeez. What's a capitate? We're learning new words today. Capitate. I have no idea. Apparently it's like a part of your wrist or something. What's up with all these hand pieces? Why are we collecting pieces of people's hands? Baby. No! I don't know if I'm supposed to go down there or not. Seems scary. I don't want to. I'm not gonna cut at those guys because I don't even know if I'm supposed to do that. Da 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 da. Climbing like a monkey boy. Enemies. And the survey says. And the survey says. I feel like there's something dope in that door. Well, that's what I needed, so we'll go there. Do a little cheeky little save. Replenish. Replenish the penitent one. We are stronger for it. And while we're just chilling here, we will, meow. Do some research. Oh wait, I know what I'm talking about. I don't need to research that. Welcome to Radio Unbreakable. I'm your host, Diamond Dave. I don't want to make you upset, but unfortunately, I got some kind of not great news. So apparently, Galen Wesson of Loblaws has decided that instead of doing the, let's say, nice thing, the right thing, the beneficial for all thing, you know, your fellow man, taking care of your fellow man, that kind of thing. Instead of doing that, he wants to secure profits, make sure that his money is in his pocket and not bleeding out in any way anywhere else. Even if it's not even necessarily bleeding out, it's just not as profitable. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you're not going to lose money. You're not going to make a little bit more money either. So what I'm talking about is Loblaws has decided to completely stop doing the discounting of expired or soon-to-expire items. So you might remember if you walk into any grocery store, you'll see like packaging marked 30, 50, whatever % off because it's going to expire the next day or like in a couple of days or something like that. And so they would mark these items down to make sure, okay, we'll get a little bit of profit off of them, whatever. Well, apparently, Galen has done the math. And what he has come to discover is we make more money if we throw it out. So he decided, nope, we're not going to do that anymore. We're just going to throw them out. And that's what they're doing. They're going to throw them out. And anybody who was relying on this discount, because there are a lot of families that plan their grocery trips around these kind of things. Because you can go and buy meat about to expire, throw it in your freezer and keep it for an extra couple of weeks or whatever. And that could feed your family for cheaper, 50% off. Do you know how freaking expensive meat is right now? It's nuts. It's crazy. So to get any kind of discount in today's economy, yeah, you kind of have to, because there's so, and I preach this every week. I know that. I don't care. I'm going to keep talking about it because food insecurity is not something that's cool. And so with that going on right now, like that is a big talking point in Canada right now. And to have these capitalist, like, billionaires decide, oh, you know what? I don't really care about the mass populace being fed. I care about my pockets being fat. And I don't want to lose any profits when I could be, exploiting people for what I need. Because that makes more sense to me as a human being. Why would I care about them? I've never seen them. They don't come to my compounds or anything like that, so why would I care? They're not in my 50-room mansion. I've never seen them. I don't see the suffrage. I don't care. I specifically don't want to see it. Instead, I'm going to wear these lame sweaters and talk about how much of a friendly guy I am. Hi, I'm Galen Wesson, and I would love if you came to my store and spent 2 times more than you need to on necessary items so that you can survive day to day. It's pay to play here in Canada. You didn't know that? Anyways, that's my rant. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry. If you agree with it, great. Let's start making some changes. Let's take these grocers to the washers. Let's stand up for this. This isn't right, right? Right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, if you were looking forward to 50% off meats, don't go to Loblaws. All right. Let's go punish the weak. Radius of Helzer. The work of the poet John Clark Helzer had a sadly posthumous success, especially his poem The Red Leaf. The poem was found next to his corpse, severed by a fallen tree. Alright, so what's a radius? Are we just building a body? It's this bone right here, right? Yeah, it's this bone for the arm. So now we have the arm, little piece of the wrist, and I think like a finger knuckle or something. We're just like building an arm or something. Are we gonna build a friend?
Contrite and humiliated be the heart, penitent one in silence, you stand before what remains of Gemino. Oh, do not fret for me, The cold is merciful, for it relieves our pain and numbs us before it leads us to our deaths. Perhaps the miracle the others spoke of has come to me, here in this iron tomb, lengthening distress more and more. To a promised land you direct your march, to the place where the frozen and the burning embrace in communion. Let me ask of you the favor of bringing me a few drops of the oils that once came out of these icy olive trees, the ones that ended up scorching the faces of every pious person who ever reached the summit. As my last wish, before it is too late for me, let me feel that pain.
Okay.
Take this.
I got a golden thimble.
Let my numbed arm become another branch of this withered olive tree. Hurry up, I can still hear the call.
Gotta go. Get out of here. Whoa. Did I just die? I forgot to hit the... Forgot to start the timer. Uh-huh. No. Okay, good.
Let me ask of you the favor as my... Let me ask of you the favor as my last wish, before it is too late for me.
Okay. I think I already... Do I have the thimble? I have the thimble. Do I have the thimble? I have the thimble. That's some armor right there. If you don't get that reference, we can't be friends. I'm sorry. Whoa. This way, I didn't think. For heaven's sake. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Look here, Whippy McGee. Don't touch me. Oh no! Ah! Forgot those guys were there. I thought I was slick with it. I am not slick with it. Yeah. All right, whatever. Come on, shut up. This guy's just like, Jesus, you suck. Yeah, I do. Okay, too many new enemies. Jeez. Please let there be a freaking shrine. Okay. Run away. I don't care about hair. Excommunication. Excommunicaciones. Excommunicaciones. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Mayandosa. Exemplares. Excommunicaciones. Sayanamasura. Let's go read an article about smoking. All good things. All good things. I wonder if, yeah, it's light enough. Ow. Dang. Ow. All right. Yes, yes. Yes. It's been taken care of. Just doing my calendar. All right, Radio Unbreakable has been started. I did do that. I'm working on that. Great. Just looking at my lifelong goals. All right, we got 1 minute. I'm not going back in for 1 minute. That was I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna go pee. I got 1 minute to pee. I gotta go pee. Okay, that's supposed to do that. All right. Right. I don't know. Anyways. Welcome back to Radio Unbreakable. I'm your host, Diamond Dave. We're going to talk about smoking. Smoking. Specifically, smoking rates. They're going down. I don't know why. Probably because we as a society have decided, hey, everything else is already trying to kill us. Why don't we chill it on the smoking? You know? Yeah, just breathing the air these days is not exactly cash money for our lungs. So maybe just chill it. We got credit cards worth of microplastics going into us. I think we don't need, cancer breath as well. I don't know. Whatever. But anyways, the number of smokers worldwide, I'm just going to read you the article. The number of smokers worldwide dropped from 1.36 billion in 2000 to 1.25 billion in 2022, despite the population rising by a third in that time. A report of the a report by WHO, World Health Organization, found that 33% of adults smoked in 2000 compared to the 22% now. So that's an insane number of people have stopped smoking entirely. The rates have dropped faster in other countries. Millions of lives will be saved every year. And also this is reducing the gap between men and women's life expectancies. So it used to be 4.84 years, almost 5 years longer for women. Women live almost 5 years longer than men as of 1990. In 2010, it is found that it is 3.5 years now. Part of that is the reduction of smoking and alcohol. Like we've realized that, smoking and alcohol aren't necessarily the best for us, and we're all about that clean living these days. So, also those things disproportionately affect men. So men are more inclined to smoke and drink and blah, blah, blah. Now, being a man, I've seen this, and because I'm a man who works in a blue-collar environment, or rather, I did work in a blue-collar environment, and at least from what I've noticed, that's disproportionately male-run area. And when you're out in the rough and tumble like that, a lot of guys, all they want to do when they get home is just relax. They're tired, they're beat up, and Most of them are depressed, even though they don't want to admit it. They hate their jobs. They hate what they do, but they can't or don't want to do anything else. So it's tough on them. And not just that, like the work itself is hard on your body. And also like the expectations you get from employers, like people asking you to push yourself harder than you should. You're working way longer than is probably good for you. All of these things, no time for rest, relaxation, any of those things. So to compensate for the rest and relaxation, they develop nicotine addictions. They develop maybe not alcoholism, but like definitely like everybody's having a beer after work because it's a way to help cut loose. It's a way to help, cut you out of the monotony of life. And I'm not endorsing it in any way. I actually myself don't drink or smoke. Occasionally I smoke a little bit of pot here and there. That's about it. But I quit drinking and I quit smoking. And I'll tell you, when I was in construction, I was miserable. I used to have a drink after work with the guys, and it definitely improved my mood more. But I also recognize that it's not good for me because it's just not. It's alcohol. Alcohol is quite literally a poison to our bodies. Though it makes you feel funny and good, maybe, it's not great for you. So I know it's a bit of a bummer to find out, but I mean, like we all know it. It is what it is. So that could be more of what's going on with the age gap. But basically, you know what? I don't want to bum everybody out. I want us to celebrate. We are becoming cleaner. We're becoming better. We've stopped smoking. Actually, I've heard that in Canada, we're going to start implementing a new raising of the age of smoking. Now, what I originally heard was that we're going to raise it by a year every year until eventually nobody will be able to buy cigarettes, because what they want to do is they want to age out smoking, right? People who already have the addiction, who have already started smoking, those people will be able to smoke until they're, presumably dead. But like the new generation, like probably not Generation Z at this point, but like what's the one I think Generation Alpha or whatever, they will never be able to buy cigarettes. I think that's what the proposition is. I don't even know if they've put it into effect. I haven't heard anything since. This was a while ago that I even heard about it, and when I looked it up, I couldn't find any information on it. But that would be pretty interesting to see how they do that. Just get rid of smoking entirely. But yeah, that's the haps on smoking worldwide. We don't like it. We hate it. You know what? I remember, not to drag this on, but I remember when they passed the law that you weren't allowed to smoke in the car with your kids. I was so happy about that because both of my parents were heavy, heavy smokers. And it drove us insane in the car because that's all you would smell is this freaking cigarette smoke. And if you ever had to deal with that in the 90s and the early 2000s, I'm sorry. And I feel for you. And